It's time to wake up, Warriors.
Today is a day that celebrates a very well-known English playwright, poet, actor, and theater entrepreneur. Stay tuned to find out more about this influential William.
The exams are quickly approaching. Keep watching to learn more.
All this and more on today's episode of Wake Up Warriors.
Live from Penn Trafford High School, this is Wake Up Warriors. Wake Up Warriors starts now.
Good morning, Penn Trafford, and welcome to this morning's edition of Wake Up Warriors. Today is Wednesday, April 23rd. I'm Maddie Longo.
And I'm Bryn Urban.
Let's get started. Today is Shakespeare Day, honoring the birth and death of one of the most influential writers in history. Whether it's to be or not to be, or simply celebrating the beauty of the bard's words, it's important to recognize the significance he's had on human culture.
Yeah, Shakespeare is such an influential figure in modern society, let alone the English language. I think it's important that students experience a bit of Shakespeare and his life and his impact, his influence on the English language. I mean, we still see so many of his words he created or first used today, like in our society. And his plays, I know have been challenging from a language standpoint to understand, but once you get past that, they're really fascinating stories. The themes are still relevant today. A lot of the problems and issues that the characters face and create for themselves are ones that our society still faces and creates for ourselves today.
My favorite Shakespeare play is Hamlet. I teach that in my drama class. I teach Much Ado About Nothing, Summer's Night Dream. It's really good. Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth. Something that also gets left out was he's very wealthy. He actually was kind of like an investor in real estate, which is kind of interesting. He bought up a bunch of properties during his time from the wealth that he accumulated from his writing and performances. He was a part owner of the Globe Theatre in England, which obviously helped him a lot with being able to make money. There's a lot of pop culture references to his work from the 1500s. Funny, I always tell my students that we keep reusing his stuff because he was such a literary genius.
There's so little we actually know about him. People do believe he was born on April 23rd and also died on that same day. One of the things that I think my students hopefully find interesting is just how there's some very few facts about him. I know that has led to some controversy and conspiracy about how much of his works he actually contributed, but I think most experts believe that he did produce all of these wonderful works that we still read and celebrate today.
It's a Peep Sweep. The results of the 2025 Peep Show contest have been tallied. Congratulations to Madison Hagen for sweeping the creativity, craftsmanship, and amount of detail categories with her project, The Peep Fair. Thanks to everyone who voted, and peep you next year.
If you purchased an item from someone in Ms. Stefkovich's admin class, the items will begin arriving next week between Friday and next Monday. Please be patient as the students deliver the items to you. Thank you for your purchase.
As AP exam dates approach, there are many things that need to be done to ensure that students are ready and prepared. Here's Mrs. Sutmeyer with more information.
Good morning. This message is for any students taking an AP exam this year. Please make sure that you read through the AP final information email that you have received. The biggest, most important thing with this exam is if yours has any component that is online, you must make sure that you can access the Blue Book app and also log into it, which means you need to know your College Board password and username. Please make sure that you can log into that, get your password and your username, and utilize the app to practice for the exam and to see testing format prior to taking the exam. If you have issues with accessing this on your Chromebook, please make sure that you see the tech department. If you're having issues with your login information, please see me.
Attention seniors, the yearbook staff needs your photos for the senior slideshow to be aired on one of your last days of school. Please email photos from your elementary school, middle school, and high school years to pthsyearbook@penntrafford.org. The photos should feature small or large groups of students and must be of seniors only. The deadline is this Friday, April 25th.
Prom is coming up. If you are going and don't have a dress or suit and need one, go down to room 104, the Caring Closet. Mrs. Sanowski has prom dresses and suits out for kids who need them. There is something for everyone. You can look outside her room at what she has on display. Don't be afraid and go down and take a look. She also has many different heels and dress shoes for people that need them. If you don't see anything that you like, Mrs. Sanowski has more in her Caring Closet. You are also able to email her if you have any questions.
Are you interested in running for a spot in the student union? A form was sent to your email yesterday from Mrs. Martini. The form is for all current freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. If you are interested, please complete this form by Thursday, May 1st by 2:25 p.m. Voting will begin on the week of May 5th.
Last Wednesday was signing day, which highlights the hard work and dedication of these athletes, not only showcasing their talent, but also the years of commitment to their sport. Each athlete has faced their own unique challenges, whether it's balancing schoolwork, overcoming injuries, or pushing through tough competition. This day allows the athletes and their family and friends to celebrate their journey. It's a moment that marks the beginning of a new chapter as they prepare to represent their skill set at the college level.
Last night in sports, the baseball team traveled to Penn Hills. The offense exploded 17 runs while the defense shut out the Indians for a final score of 17-0. The softball team traveled to McKeesport for a 4 o'clock matchup. Penn Trafford's offense was dominant, with senior Cam Ponko hitting a home run and having 2 RBIs. Bella Ribby had a double, Kylie Anthony with a triple, and Abriana Cisak with 2 RBIs. The defense held strong, letting up only 1 run for a final score of 13-1, giving the Warriors a mercy rule win. The boys lacrosse team traveled to Latrobe for a 7:30 non-section matchup against the Wildcats. The offense was strong, racking up 14 goals, while the defense held them to only 7 goals, giving the Warriors a 14-7 win over the Wildcats.
Tonight in sports, the baseball team welcomes the Penn Hills Indians for a 4 o'clock first pitch. The girls softball team travels to Kiski for a 4 o'clock game against the Cavaliers. The girls lacrosse team welcomes Latrobe Area High School for a 7:30 face-off at the Warriors Stadium. Good luck to our Warriors tonight, and check PT Athletics' Twitter account for any related cancellations.
And that concludes today's broadcast of Wake Up Warriors. We now invite you to stand for the Pledge of the Flag. This has been Maddie Longo
And Bryn Urban.
Have a great day, PT.